Welcome to Daily Celebrity Data. A somber hush has shaken the baseball world as news of another fallen legend ripples through fans everywhere. Beloved MLB icons like Randy Jones leave behind not only their records, but untold battles and quiet moments few ever witnessed. Their final curtain has dropped, yet the truths behind their journeys are only beginning to surface. Stay with us as we uncover the stories that still echo beyond the field. Baseball fans still remember the brilliance of Randy Jones in 1976, when his precision earned him the NL Cy Young Award and placed him among the Padres' all-time greats. Born on January 12, 1950, he later became a two-time All-Star and saw his number 35 jersey retired by the team. On November 18, 2025, he passed away at 75, with the cause kept private out of respect for his family. Ryne Sandberg, born on September 18, 1959, set a defensive standard few players have matched, earning 9 Gold Gloves, 10 All-Star selections, and the 1984 NL MVP. His smooth play at second base made him a Chicago Cubs icon. On July 28, 2025, he passed away at 65 after facing metastatic prostate cancer, spending his final months supported by loved ones. Dave Parker, known to generations of fans as the Cobra, brought power and presence to every ballpark he entered. Born on June 9, 1951, he earned 7 All-Star selections, 2 batting titles, and the 1978 NL MVP before joining the Hall of Fame in 2025. On June 28, 2025, he passed away at 74 due to complications related to Parkinson's disease, leaving with the same quiet strength he carried throughout his career. For Brewers fans, Bob Uecker's voice became the sound of summer, narrating baseball with warmth and humor for more than 50 years. Born on January 26, 1934, he first played as an MLB catcher before building a beloved broadcast career beginning in 1971. On January 16, 2025, he passed away at age 90 after treatment for small cell lung cancer, leaving decades of cherished memories behind the microphone. When the Mets lifted the 1986 World Series trophy, Davey Johnson's calm leadership defined their unforgettable victory. Born on January 30, 1943, he was a 4-time All-Star before becoming one of baseball's most respected managers. On September 5, 2025, he passed away at 82 after a long illness, closing his final chapter in the admiration of those who valued his decades of dedication. Memories of Japanese baseball often begin with Shigeo Nagashima, whose presence with the Tokyo Giants made him a national icon for generations. Born on February 20, 1936, he shaped the sport both as a remarkable player and later as a respected manager. On June 3, 2025, he passed away at age 89 due to pneumonia, departing peacefully after a lifetime devoted to the game. Jeff Torborg's long journey in baseball began as a reliable catcher for the Los Angeles Dodgers, including the memorable 1965 season, before he later became a respected MLB manager. Born on November 26, 1941, his calm approach and steady leadership influenced many players. On January 19, 2025, he passed away at age 83 after complications related to Parkinson's disease, closing his final chapter gently. Octavio Dotel, born on November 25, 1973, traveled through 13 MLB teams with a fast, lively arm that made him a dependable pitcher wherever he went, highlighted by a World Series title with the 2011 Cardinals. His career reflected adaptability and a unique presence on every mound. On April 8, 2025, he passed away at age 51 following a tragic nightclub roof collapse, a sudden loss that saddened fans across the baseball world. Brian Matusz, born on February 11, 1987, became a familiar name to Orioles fans, delivering key performances from 2009 to 2015 with his signature left-handed precision. His years in Baltimore reflected discipline and a deep commitment to the craft. On January 6, 2025, he passed away at age 37 due to a severe medical reaction involving fentanyl, a situation handled with sensitivity by those close to him. Bobby Jenks brought intensity to the mound as the White Sox closer, earning a World Series title in 2005 with his powerful presence in high-pressure moments. Born on March 14, 1981, he became a key figure during one of the team's most memorable eras. On July 4, 2025, he passed away at age 44 after facing adenocarcinoma, a form of stomach cancer, leaving behind memories of resilience and determination. Mike Greenwell, remembered for his consistency and competitive fire as a Boston Red Sox outfielder, earned 2 All-Star selections during an impressive career. Born on July 18, 1963, he became a fixture in the team's lineup throughout the late 80s and early 90s. On October 9, 2025, he passed away at age 62 after battling medullary thyroid cancer, leaving quietly after months of dedicated medical treatment. Jim Clancy, born on December 18, 1955, became one of the Toronto Blue Jays' most reliable arms across more than a decade, earning an All-Star nod for his work on the mound. His durability and command made him a trusted presence throughout the 1980s. On July 12, 2025, he passed away at age 69 following an extended battle with cancer, with family by his side in his final days. Leah's long baseball life took him from the field to the dugout, where he served as a manager for the Cubs and Phillies, and later as a respected coach. Born on July 16, 1937, he was known for his dedication and ability to connect with players across generations. On July 9, 2025, he passed away at age 87 from natural causes, bringing to a gentle close a lifetime spent around the game he loved. Joe Coleman, born on February 3, 1947, brought steady pitching to the Detroit Tigers between 1969 and 1976, becoming a reliable figure during one of the team's transitional eras. His calm presence on the mound earned the respect of teammates and fans alike. On July 9, 2025, he passed away at age 78 in his sleep, departing peacefully without distress. Bill Dennehy, remembered for his time with the Detroit Tigers and New York Mets, showcased a determined pitching style that defined his years in professional baseball. Born on March 31, 1946, he carried a competitive spirit that never faded. On June 27, 2025, he passed away at age 79 after suffering a sudden heart-related event, leaving behind decades of memories from the early days of modern MLB. Diego Segui was often remembered for the calm authority he brought to the mound, a steady presence throughout his MLB years from 1962 to 1977. Born on August 17, 1937, he moved between teams with a reliability managers trusted deeply. On June 24, 2025, he passed away at age 87 after a long period of cancer treatment, leaving peacefully after months of medical support. Bob Olders spent his career as a respected catcher through the late 1950s and early 60s, remembered for a quiet professionalism that teammates always valued. Born on January 5, 1928, he became a familiar and trusted presence long after retirement. On September 21, 2025, he passed away at age 97 from natural causes, concluding nearly a century of life connected to the sport. Ed Acosta made the most of his brief MLB career in the early 1970s, showing determination and discipline each time he stepped onto the mound. Born on March 9, 1944, he approached the game with heartfelt commitment. On September 18, 2025, he passed away at age 81 after complications related to Parkinson's disease, with family offering close support in his final days. Ted Ford brought energy and athleticism to the outfield throughout the early 1970s, contributing reliably to every lineup he joined. Born on February 7, 1947, he remained committed to refining his skills year after year. On September 15, 2025, he passed away at age 78 after facing medullary thyroid cancer, departing after months of careful medical care. Sandy Alomar earned admiration as an MLB catcher before becoming a trusted manager and coach whose guidance shaped players across generations. Born on October 19, 1943, he carried a deep understanding of the game wherever he worked. On October 13, 2025, he passed away at age 81, with the cause kept private at his family's request, allowing him a peaceful and respectful farewell. Jeff Bittiger brought determination to the mound during his MLB appearances from 1986 to 1989, earning respect for the effort he poured into every outing. Born on April 13, 1962, he carried a quiet, competitive spirit that teammates never forgot. On July 19, 2025, he passed away at age 63 after a period of cancer treatment, departing peacefully under careful medical care. Tony Blanco built a unique baseball journey that spanned both MLB and Japan's Nippon Professional Baseball, where his powerful bat made a lasting impression. Born on November 10, 1981, he carried a lively energy into every clubhouse he joined. On April 8, 2025, he passed away at age 44 after a tragic nightclub roof collapse, a sudden loss that deeply saddened fans across two baseball cultures. Jim Marshall's long baseball life took him from player to coach to scout, shaping many careers with his experience and steady guidance. Born on May 25, 1931, he devoted decades to understanding and teaching the game. On September 7, 2025, he passed away at age 94 after a short illness, closing a life rich with baseball stories and quiet leadership. Carlos Lescano contributed both on the field and later as a minor league manager, where he shaped young talent with patience and care. Born on September 30, 1955, he remained dedicated to baseball even beyond his MLB playing days. On September 6, 2025, he passed away at age 69 after a period of cancer care, leaving behind warm memories among players he mentored. Brian Dayett brought strength and consistency to the Chicago Cubs lineup from 1983 to 1988, remembered for his work ethic and dependable presence on the field. Born on January 22, 1957, he remained admired by teammates for his dedication. On September 7, 2025, he passed away at age 68 due to complications from Parkinson's disease, with loved ones offering comfort throughout his final days. There was a time when Jesus Montero's raw power made crowds lean forward with anticipation, hoping for another towering hit. Born on November 28, 1989, he carried a spark that kept fans believing he still had more to offer the sport. On October 19, 2025, at just 35 years old, his life ended suddenly following a traffic accident, leaving behind a wave of sadness from those who remembered his early promise. Joe Brockhoff spent decades shaping young talent, becoming a familiar figure on practice fields long after his own playing days had ended. Born on November 11, 1936, he carried a gentle patience that made players feel supported and understood. On June 2, 2025, he passed away at age 88, with the cause of his death kept private at his family's request, allowing him a quiet and respectful farewell. Willie Mays lived in a realm reserved for the rarest of legends, his 24 All-Star selections and unforgettable flair shaping baseball's golden memories. Born on May 6, 1931, his brilliance on the field set a standard that inspired generations. On June 18, 2024, he passed away at age 93 from heart failure, closing the final page of a life cherished not just by fans, but by the very history of the game. Rickey Henderson brought a pulse of electricity to every field he stepped on, rewriting the game with unmatched speed and fearless style. Born on December 25, 1958, he became MLB's all-time leader in stolen bases, a record that still feels untouchable today. On December 20th, 2024, he passed away at age 65 due to complications from pneumonia, a quiet ending to a life that once moved faster than anyone else on the diamond. Pete Rose, whose fierce competitive spirit once made ballparks erupt with excitement, built his legacy as MLB's all-time hits leader, an achievement rooted in relentless effort. Born on April 14, 1941, he embodied determination in every inning he played. On September 30, 2024, he passed away at age 83 after a long fight with cancer, bringing a tender close to a career that defined an era of baseball intensity. Rico Carty, a hitter whose natural power helped crown him the National League batting champion in 1970, carried a vibrant presence wherever he played. Born on September 1st, 1939, his charisma and unmistakable style left lasting impressions on teammates and fans alike. On November 23, 2024, he passed away at age 85, and according to his family's wishes, the cause of his passing was kept private, offering him a peaceful farewell. Orlando Cepeda, celebrated for his graceful swing and Hall of Fame career, rose to prominence as the 1958 NL Rookie of the Year before capturing the 1967 NL MVP. Born on September 17, 1937, he inspired admiration across generations with his consistency and warmth. On June 28, 2024, he passed away at age 87 from natural causes, leaving behind decades of treasured memories in the hearts of baseball fans. Rocky Colavito, remembered for his powerful home run swing that crowned him the American League leader in 1959, brought a dynamic spark to every team he joined. Born on August 10, 1933, he earned admiration through determination and a style fans found unforgettable. On December 10, 2024, he passed away at age 91 after battling pneumonia, marking the end of a long and meaningful life in baseball. Ed Kranepool, a steady first baseman who spent his entire MLB career with the New York Mets, became a familiar figure to generations of fans. Born on November 8, 1944, he was admired not just for his skill, but for his loyalty to the team. On September 8, 2024, he passed away at age 79 due to complications from Parkinson's disease, resting peacefully with family by his side. As the echoes of their final innings fade, the impact of these legends still cuts deep. Their courage, struggles, and unforgettable moments continue to shape the game and us. If these stories moved you, join us in honoring their legacy. More untold journeys await in the next video.